Hey guys, I am so sorry. I know I was supposed to go live at 7:30, but I ran into an issue that I had to resolve. So, anyways, I'm here. We're going to get started with some free reads in a sec. I just have to get situated. I know that we got some donations going. I have IJ and I see Lala also donated as well. Let's see. Marta, I have your question. Hello, I have your question. Amy, SK, thank you for liking. Sweet Rita, Eagle, SK, I have your question. Yes, please make sure you guys are liking the live stream. We are doing a giveaway tonight. Fiza, I have your question. Lala, thank you for the donation. Hello, thank you for liking. Lala, I have your question. Hey everyone, Margaret, I have your question. Tatiana, I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Lena, I have your question. Afsane, I have your question. Daisha, I have your question. Hood Mystic, I have your question. MMC, Margaret, thank you for liking. Emmy, Nat, I have y'all's question. Afsane, thank you for liking as well. I'm still trying to catch up, guys, so sorry. Tatiana, thank you for liking. Hey, Jasmine. You're welcome, Margaret. All right, guys, we've got like 18 yes, no, so let me go ahead and get started real quick. Grab my deck. All right, let's see. SK, I already had your question from earlier. Do we have any doubles on here? If you posted your question twice, guys, I already got the question the first time. Jasmine, I have your question. Okay, let's start with Marta. Wait until the end. If you think I missed your question, wait until the end to tell me, because I might still get to you. I just haven't had a chance to yet. Make sure you guys are liking the live stream. We are doing a giveaway, and we're almost there. We have 19 likes. We just need 25, and we'll be doing a giveaway tonight. All right, Marta. Yes, Queen of Wands. Hello. Yes, Three of Wands. Amy. Yes, the Chariot. Sweet Rita. Yes, Queen of Pentacles. Eagle. No, the Devil. SK. No, the Hermit. Fiza. I have a yes. Seven of Wands. Fiza. Lala. No, Five of Swords, Lala. Margaret. No, Three of Swords. If anybody's thanking me for doing their reading, you're very welcome. I just haven't had a chance to read them yet. Lena. Lena, I'm getting a yes. Queen of Cups. Half same. I have a maybe. Two of Pentacles. It's undecided yet. Daisha, yes. Nine of Pentacles. Some hard work paying off. Hood, miss. I'm getting a no. Hood, mystic. Three of Swords. Five of Cups. MMC. Yes. Two of Cups. MMC. Hey, IJ, welcome in. Jasmine, thank you for liking. You're welcome, everyone. You're very, very welcome. We'll be to stick around, guys. We're very close to a giveaway. Do not leave if you want to participate in it. Amy said we're already at 21 likes. 22, I think, actually. So we're very close to doing a giveaway. If you want to participate in that, please stick around. You're welcome, Fiza. You're welcome, Daisha. Abstain, you're welcome. Girl, I shouted for that no. Oh, I'm so sorry, Lala. That's got to be very unsettling. Make sure you guys are liking the live stream and sticking around so we can do that giveaway, okay? Baby girl, hello and welcome in. If you have a yes, no question, post it now. This is for Emmy. Emmy, yes, Knight of Cups. Nat, no. Five of Swords. Tatiana, I'm getting that there might have been feelings in the past, but I don't think they're carrying them with them right now. Four of Swords. I think I already answered that question. Jasmine, yes. King of Swords. Lisa. Yes, Ace of Swords. I think Jasmine, I just answered that. You're welcome, Tatiana. I'm learning to ground myself. So thank you so much for just choosing to go into tarot. Wait, hold on. I'm learning to ground myself, so thank you so much for choosing to go into tarot. I'm so grateful. Oh, Lala, that's so sweet of you to say. I appreciate you too. Oh my gosh. I posted that the free list was closed about 30 seconds early because I knew that I would still be doing readings past 7:45 because I had a lot of free questions still to answer. That's why I closed the list a little early because it would have been cut off regardless at 7:45. All right. Amy says that we're at 25, so we're going to be doing a giveaway, guys. Stay tuned if you want to participate. We're going to announce that winner in just a second, so please stay in the chat if you want to be a part of that. You're welcome, Lena. Baby girl, I have your question. You're going to be the last person I do a reading on, okay? All right, so let's see here. This is for IJ, and then we're doing baby girl, and then we're doing a giveaway. IJ, I have a yes, 7 of Wands. I don't think this was intentional, but I think the subconscious made it happen. Baby girl. Let's see, baby girl. You're welcome, IJ. Baby girl, I'm also getting the 7 of Wands for you, and this is a yes for this deck. However, Spirit wants you to know that your intentions and your control over your own self and your own body is the most powerful thing. So please don't give any more power to this other situation. Focus on yourself. Focus on healing yourself from the inside out, and you'll be just fine. You're welcome, everyone. Yes, I love when I can do a giveaway like right after the free list. That makes me very happy. Baby girl, it could be a spiritual or energetic issue then if the doctors are saying that there's nothing there. Maybe look into talking to a healer or looking online on ways to help yourself spiritually, okay? All right, so it is giveaway time. Let's see. Okay, if you want to be a part of the giveaway for a chance at a free mini reading today, make sure that you drop a pink heart in the chat. If you have already donated, you can still participate in this giveaway. If you win, it'll just be something extra in addition to what you have already donated. I will also be posting the donation list soon, so that way everyone knows where they are. All right, I have, whoop. All right, I've got IJ, I've got Amy, Biza. Hey, James, welcome in. James, Lala, Seja, Sweet Rita, Thank you, James. All right, guys. So this is the list that I have right now currently on the screen. If you want to be a part of the giveaway, please drop a pink heart in the chat. I was trying to announce it throughout the free list, so that way everyone can participate. I know that Ari was not able to get a free reading because the list had closed before she came in. Ari, Aries Diva, if you're in here, if you want to be added, drop a pink heart in the chat and we can see who will get a chance to win here. Let's see. James, the fact that you're not doing a love option 2 tonight is actually really surprising, but I'm glad to see you switching it up. I'm going to leave the free giveaway list open for like another minute or two, and then we are going to have to move on. Just a little reminder, if you guys donate before I go live, you get automatically grandfathered in to a no skip option, meaning that if someone pays to skip, they can't skip you. So it's a little perk to pre-ordering. Hey, I Speak. Welcome in, girl. We're about to close the list for the giveaway, but if you want to participate. Okay, I see you're here. All right. All right, one more minute. At 7:55 my time, I will be picking a winner. This is the order of the donations that I have right now. If I missed you, please let me know. Nora Zafar, drop a pink heart for me, please. So I stream out of StreamYard, Lala. It's called StreamYard.com. And I'm able to share my screen. And then I am using an app on my MacBook called Spin the Wheel. So I use a software outside of StreamYard to do the Spin the Wheel application. And then I use the StreamYard streaming software to share the screen. All right, Nora, we got you, and then we are closing the list. Good luck, everyone. Oh, wow, that looks weird. Hold on. That looks really weird. Let's try that. Good enough. All right, good luck. Dang, Amy, that is crazy, girl. Go. That's congratulations for you. Amy has been a third-time winner up in here. This is wild. Congratulations, Amy. Thank you guys, everyone else who participated. Better luck next time. Lala says it's just so cool. Shows that you're Gemini in you. Thank you. Yeah, I do what I can. I try to be as tech savvy as possible. I think it's more fun this way. You guys can see the wheel spinning too. It's like not as fun because like if I just pick a name out of a hat, you can't see that necessarily. And so this I just feel like it's more fair. Amy. Congratulations, girl. Yes, thank you so much for everyone participating and helping contribute to my channel. It means a lot. Amy, I will be adding you after everyone that has donated so far. So as of right now, you're going to be after James, okay? Oh, oops. All right, so first on our list, we have IJ. Amy's just a lucky, lucky girl, apparently. All right, this is the order on the screen. IJ is first. IJ, I have you for a BOGO, I believe. You can add to your reading if you want. IJ, you have room for one more donation and you won't have to wait your turn again. Lala, you have room for one more donation if you want to add on. Oh, never mind, Lala. I see you did. I see you did donate for 3 readings. Okay. Seja, you have the option to add on for one more reading and you don't have to wait your turn again. And if anybody else donates outside of that, I will have to put you back into rotation as I do 3 readings per turn. And hopefully IJ is in here. Ooh, I'm actually going to go sit down on the couch now. I'm really glad I was able to come in and do some free reads and a giveaway tonight because this week has just been really hectic. Hey. Oh, you added? Okay. All right. So would you like to do the channel message first or do you have a preference? You want to do BOGO? You let me know. Channel message first. All right, everyone. So the way that channeled messages work, if you haven't been in here while I'm doing them, it's not like a regular tarot reading where I'm talking the whole time. I actually do automatic writing where I cultivate a specific custom message for the person that you're asking about, which takes about 5 to 10 minutes, and it means that I'm quiet in the chat. You won't really hear me, but I am monitoring the chat. So if you have a question or you come in to donate, I will acknowledge you. You said I like to let that set the tone. That makes sense. Also, it might help as well sometimes, because you might have a certain question, but then the channeled message actually makes you think of a different question instead. So I understand. If I sound out of breath to y'all, it's because I am. I am out of breath. I've been running around my house since I started this live stream. All right, we are getting started for you, IJ. I also wanted to let everyone else know that if you're waiting your turn on the donation list, now would probably be a good time to go to the bathroom, grab a drink, make some tea, whatever sounds good to you, because this is going to be a few minutes before I'll be moving on to the next person. Oh no, what happened? Hold on, guys. I am so sorry, IJ. Um, the cap to my stylus came off, and I don't know where it is. And this might be a problem for this. Hold on one second. Okay, I found it. That was really weird. It's like the little tip to the stylus, like I guess unscrewed, and it fell into like the crack of my couch. And my couch is a huge sectional. And I was like, oh my God, am I not going to be able to find this thing? What a way to start this off. And I knew that my stylus came with a backup, but off the top of my head, I had no idea where I put that. I got a little nervous, but we're okay now. We're okay. So let's get back into it. I actually had already pulled cards to get started, so we're fine. Maybe this just means she's in chaotic energy right now. Okay. Okay, we're about halfway done. Let's see. All right, IJ, I've got your message. Your email is sending. All right, so she says, I am ready for my peace to come. I can see such a beautiful future. A happy home life is so important to me. I am looking forward to being content and fully present. I think a lot about having children. I know I'm not ready now, but the idea of this and looking forward to that is so fulfilling. I feel like I could start a life with you. I feel like you would make such a great partner. You're not like other men, and that is refreshing. I feel like you're going to be such a surprise to me, like a blessing I don't see coming. I keep being drawn to you, and I know it's for a bigger reason that maybe I don't yet understand, but can somehow feel its power. I like it too. I thought that was sweet. All right. Thank you for your patience there in the beginning. That was kind of crazy. All right, everyone. Those of you who are just kind of hanging around, waiting for your turn, we are about halfway done with IJ's readings. We're going to finish his BOGO out, and then I'll be moving on to Lala. That's so sweet, IJ. It might just be like on her mind a lot lately. You had an unexpected conversation today. Oh my God, that is so funny. Didn't I say that last night? I think, was it when I sneezed? I think. I don't know what it is, but when I sneeze during a reading, I swear to God, people are like, I heard from them, I heard from them, I heard from them. And I'm like, maybe there's something to this. It's interesting. That's why I always say it, because you just never know. All right, how did she feel about the conversation? Aw, I feel like it made her feel very zen. Like, I'm getting calm. Um, she's an interesting character. I relate to her mentally, I feel. Um, because she can be kind of all over the place sometimes. She's got a good head on her shoulders, but I think she can tend to overanalyze things a little bit much. And I think that coming into that conversation with you, it's like, oh, I feel calm. Like I feel relaxed. And I actually think that she's thinking further into it because she's realizing a pattern that whenever she talks to you, she feels good. And it's interesting because there's people out there, I know you'll know what I'm saying, that either drain you or they give you an energy boost. And the best kinds of relationships are people who can boost you all the time. Like you can just boost each other. And so I feel like for her, she's starting to notice, man, every single time I talk to him, he's making me feel better. And he's making me feel more calm. He's making me feel energized. Like I feel like she walks away from you inspired and motivated and at peace. And so these are things that are important to her. And I don't think it's something that she's really picked up on initially, but I do think it's something, at least today, that she is noticing. And she's like, huh, actually, every time we talk, I walk away feeling this way. And that's a good thing. And I feel like it's something she wants more of. It's quite an addicting feeling, to be honest. And as long as you're doling out that to the right people, it's definitely a good thing. But you can find yourself with like energy vampires. And usually, people who know what I'm saying are the people who are like the victim of energy vampires. Because if you're an energy vampire, you probably don't know what that's like. You typically are the person that gets taken advantage of, if you know what I'm saying. So, yeah, you know what I mean. I feel like, I don't know if there was like some kind of romantic expression here. Knight of Cups is like romantic expression, but she is viewing your connection like this is so romantic. Like she'll talk to you and she'll be like, this is such a cute story. Like, for instance, if she's thinking about the future, this might be like a great story to tell the grandkids. Like, how did you meet grandpa? And like, oh, well, he really took his time. He established like a friendship with me first. We had a lot of like flirty, fun, cute conversations. And, he was really patient with me. And it's something that I really admire. Just like, I think she loves like your story. And so looking at your conversation and communication with each other, she's thinking to herself, this feels very romantic. And again, that's kind of going back to that whole like she wants to be courted, she wants to be pursued. She likes that traditional type of connection. And I do feel like she's getting that from you. She likes that whole thing. So she's definitely looking at the connection feeling more romantic. Now, you said that thought did run across your mind a couple weeks ago. So overall, we have the Knight of Wands. It's like feeling success, feeling like it was a good conversation. Um, Definitely something that she would like to revisit, maybe sooner rather than later. I think all in all, she loves having conversations with you. She likes feeling the feelings that she gets after walking away from you. Maybe you give her some things to think about. She likes that you help expand her mind. I actually saw something today on Instagram, and it was like, when you're starting to date someone, ask them how invested they are in working on themselves, because that's going to show you how committed they'll be to you. If they're committed to themselves and bettering themselves, they will also be committed to you as well. And I definitely feel like that resonates for you and her, because you guys are constantly committed to bettering yourselves, working on yourselves. There's no attachment here between the two of you. It's just unconditional. It's selfless, unconditional, pure, genuine, sincere connection. There's no expectations, there's no pressure, nothing feels forced. And she just really feels good in your presence, in your company. I actually told her that she gives me something to think about always. Yeah, I feel like you guys feed into giving the other person another perspective or another way to look at something. I have the Hanged Man. And again, the Hanged Man showing up kind of tells me that she likes feeling your support. She likes leaning up against you. And she likes, or leaning on you even. And you help her see things differently, or help give her food for thought as well, which she really appreciates. What is your next question? Isn't it beautiful? So, IJ, what does she want to tell you? I think that she has some type of event that's coming up, some type of celebration, birthday, wedding, baby shower, something along those lines. I think that's news that she would like to share with you or talk to you about. Potentially giving you an invite, but I think more than anything, she just likes the idea of being able to share some fun things that are going on in her life. Um, Not that your relationships are very serious. I don't really know, of course, what you guys talk about, but I think that she likes the idea of sharing like fun and exciting things. Not always needing to go super deep, just to, talk more about like lighthearted things and what each other is up to and catching up with one another. When you're two people of depth, it's very easy to get stuck in like a let's talk about deep things all the time. But, and that's definitely not a bad thing. I just think that there's like other things she would like want to tell you or share with you, or even when she's posting stories, you might see her like all dressed up in the near future where she's going to this event, she's going to do this thing. It's something of a celebration. It could be like a concert or some type of show, but it's like she's getting out there and doing something fun. So she might be posting about that. Maybe she's excited to share it with you, or if she posts about it, she's excited to like see your reaction to it. Um, but yeah, that was something that came through. Let's see. What does she want to tell him? She said you guys have good banter. Like, you guys are very witty with one another. What does she want to tell him? Yeah, so I know that I've mentioned this before, but it's coming through again. I have Archangel Sandalphon, um, or Sandalphon, and this is the Hierophant card. And this talks about how she feels like you guys are like-minded people, potentially could be a mentor for one another. And like I said, I've gotten that message before where you guys are like each other's guides or guardian angels for one another. But she definitely feels like you guys are cut from the same cloth. You know that song by Billie Eilish, Birds of a Feather? Whenever I see the Hierophant card, it's reminding me of that expression. And now there's a song to put to that. So maybe look at that song, look at the lyrics, and see if that resonates for you. Now, she is working on some big decision for herself. We have the Seven of Water where she feels like she might need a sounding board. So just keep in mind that she might feel the desire to reach out to you to talk to you about this decision that she needs to make or get your opinion on it. Because it's talking about a complex decision and the need for her to do some research. I have definitely started to let more of my relaxed and silly side out. That's good. That's good. Because I had the Queen of Swords, and I think that one's on that card specifically talks about seeing the humor in situations. She's ready to come back to you again, IJ. You might notice more frequent conversation with her. Um, it might be unexpected because obviously you guys don't have like plans every time to like reconnect. So it might still feel unexpected moving forward, but this might be more frequent communication that's going on right now so that you guys are going to be like maybe like once a week or something, or just like multiple times a month, feeling like you're communicating a little bit more than what you did before. Because the Six of Water talks about reconnection. And this also talks about children as well. And as we know, as we've talked about, that's kind of been heavy on her mind lately. Aw, you are, yeah, that's right. Aren't we in your season? We're in Cancer season. I feel like Gemini season went way too fast. One more card here. What does she want to tell you? She wants to tell you you're so creative and confident and mysterious. She actually feels like you're very extroverted with her, IJ. I don't know if you consider yourself an outgoing person, but she feels that way with you. She says you have a lot of originality. She feels like every single time she talks to you, there's more she wants to unpack. Like there's more she wants to get to know. It's like you always leave her wanting more with you. I don't know if this is intentional or not, but that's what she feels. Well, happy early birthday. I'm sure I'll see you before then again. Cancer season just started. Yeah. I know the order of all the signs and I know generally when they are. But as far as like the starting date and the ending date of every single cycle, I don't know those. Yeah, yeah, ambivert. It's funny because I know I've heard of that word before, but I didn't actually like resonate with it until I asked Amy that the other night. She said she's an ambivert. And I would say I'm the same way. My husband thinks I'm an extrovert. He's like, you're 100% an extrovert. I'm like, I'm not though. Like, I don't feel like one. I feel like an introvert. So I must be both. You're welcome, IJ. You said, and just been putting more information about myself out there. Maybe so like selective extrovertedness, right? But she's perceiving you as very confident, and a lot of times confidence is associated with an extroverted personality. So she could be like associating the two with you because of the confidence that you exude with her. Ooh, I like it. Oh, I'm so happy for you, IJ. Thank you. Lala, we are ready for you. You're welcome. Why didn't Lala come travel today? We chatted about it briefly, but he couldn't commit to coming. I'm trying to offer grace, but I'm tired of being the bigger person in this relationship. Oh, okay. So we have 10 of Wands, which talks about burnout, weight on shoulders, duty, obligation, saddled with obligation or responsibility, taking on too much, and delays. So we're going to keep pulling cards, obviously, but with that, it indicates to me that maybe he made I don't know if it was a promise, but he made these agreements. He agreed to make this happen. And kind of put false hope into it. He got a little bit ahead of himself. I think that at the time that he said he would try, maybe he felt like he was in a better position to say that, and then maybe something came up or something happened. I think it's related to work and money. I think that he took on too much when he said that he would come visit you. I don't think he realized it was a little unrealistic of him to make that offer at that time. His lack of communication is what bothers you. Yes, not that it's not that he didn't come. It's his lack of communication over it. Gotcha. Let's see. Did he even celebrate? Hmm. I'm not sure what it is that he's celebrating. I am getting a yes. I have the 10 of Pentacles that talks about family. So maybe he celebrated with family? What is he celebrating? Oh, his birthday. Gotcha. Well, that would make sense then, right? If he would be celebrating with his family. Family home, family. Maybe he's at their house celebrating, or he's out with his family celebrating. He does feel admired today, but I don't think he's in a very celebratory mood, to be honest. I think that he feels almost like maybe he wishes his birthday was like a couple months away when he would feel better. I don't really feel like he feels like he wants to celebrate himself. Why isn't he communicating with her? Why isn't he communicating with her? So, Lala, I have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and it talks about bad luck, things not being in order, external forces beyond his control interfering with his luck or his perceived luck and his lack of control. Um, Unwelcome change or delays and setbacks. So he feels interrupted with his plans. He doesn't feel like he's doing a great job. And I think when it comes to you, Lala, when he talks to you, he wants to come to you with good news. He feels like he's excited to tell you things when things are going well. He doesn't want to come to you with the same old over and over and over again. He likes to come to you when things are going well for him. So what he does is he hides out when he doesn't have anything good to tell you. He hides out and he waits and hopes that maybe when he does talk to you again, he can give you good news or something that has changed for him for the better, that would be a good conversation to have. So he's definitely in that avoidant place. I can tell he feels more overwhelmed than anything. His family doesn't like me. He's avoiding drama. Gotcha. I sound just like him. I mean, I'm glad. I'm glad that this is making sense. So it's like, it's just, I don't know, girl. I don't think it's that he's not trying to talk to you. I think he wants to talk to you. I just think that he doesn't like having, I don't think he likes repeating his failures to you every single time you talk. He doesn't like letting you down. He doesn't like disappointing you. And so I think that he feels like if he just doesn't communicate unless he has something good to share, that, I feel like it just would make him feel worse. And I mean, for you, you're probably thinking, well, that's what I'm here for. Like, I'm here for you to tell me how things are going and have someone support you, even from a distance. That's like what I'm here for. But I think he just doesn't like repeating his failures. If another day goes by where things aren't going well, it's like he doesn't want to talk about it. He just doesn't want to deal with anything. I know. Yes, it does. That's why I offer grace. So yeah. Does that answer the first question for you? I hope so. I hope I hit all the points for you. He comes from a very toxic family and they have him this way. Breaking ways of conditioning is hard, you know. All right, good. What are his feelings about not coming to see you? What are his feelings about not coming to see her? What are his feelings about not coming to see her? So because he feels pretty dull about everything that's going on with him right now, he feels, I guess, that it's for the best, but it has given him more motivation to try to work harder because Lala, like I said, his main thing is he doesn't want to disappoint you. He hates that. He hates letting you down. And so I think because he wasn't able to come, it's going to give him more motivation to try even harder, to make something happen for you, to make you happy. Um, how does he feel about not coming? He's worried about also, he's worried about how you're going to view this. Because I have the word like reputation here. And, reputation could be good or reputation could be bad. And he doesn't want to have the reputation to you of like being a flake or someone who doesn't come through. And I think he is worried about how you're perceiving him these days. So that is getting to him. I also feel like he doesn't think there's a single person in his life, including himself, that he's satisfying. There's not a single person in his life that he feels he's making happy right now. That is a very tough place to be. I think that he's worried that he hurt your feelings today. How is he feeling about not coming to see her? You're just impatient. It's funny because I have the Page of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles here, and one means delayed news, patience needed, and then Knight of Pentacles literally means patience, perseverance, patience. How does he feel? All right, so they're showing that he is missing you. That's also something that I see here. I think not seeing you was a disappointment for him. He's not, because he's trying to please everyone. Yeah. I mean, that is the issue though, right, Lala? Is that like he's got to be putting himself in you as a priority, and it seems like he's making everyone a priority, therefore no one is a priority for him. He's trying so hard to make everyone else happy, and that's kind of a paralyzing place to be. It's kind of like when you have like 5 ideas and you have 5 things you want to get done. And you're like, okay, I got to do the laundry, got to do the clothes, got to sweep and dust and vacuum. I've got to donate all these clothes, and I have to clean the bathroom or whatever. You have like 5 things you got to get done. And if you're just standing there thinking about all the things you have to do, you can feel paralyzed, right? Because you're like, I have 5 things to do. Where do I start? What do I do? And just the thought of knowing that you need to do all these things can paralyze you and procrastinate and all that stuff. And you're getting nothing done because you're just thinking about the 5 things you have to do rather than just jumping in and getting it done, rather than just finding a place to start. And then slowly but surely you're crossing things off your list. And I feel like he gets paralyzed and he gets nothing done because all he's doing is thinking, and he's not actually doing. So he's like paralyzed in fear or paralyzed in procrastination, and he's worried too much about all of the people that he needs to make happy and satisfy that he's not even satisfying anyone at this point, not even himself. So I think that is how he's feeling today, Lala. Did you have any follow-up to that? I know we've got a mini reading for you still. Hey, Philomena, welcome in. What's her advice? So Lala, they are showing me that two things. One, you need support. You need to feel support, even if that's not from him. Um, you know, like lean on the people in your life that you feel like you can, like your support system, your friends, your family, um, because there's support that you're not getting from him that maybe you feel that you need. So I think that's just kind of like a side message, but the main message that I'm getting is the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Wands says that you're battle weary, you're drained of energy about this. You are like it's an ongoing battle for you that you're having to persevere through. Um, that you just don't know how much you're going to be able to keep dealing with this. So the advice is to give yourself like a deadline, I guess, to give yourself a realistic time where you're like, okay, if I haven't seen any change, improvement, or if this isn't getting better by this date, then I'm going to pull away or I'm going to pull out. So for you, that might be by the end of summer, or it might be October, or it might be the end of the year. But I think that you have to sit down and really think to yourself, like realistically, if nothing changes between you guys and this continues on, how much longer will you realistically be able to deal with this? And give yourself like an out, give yourself a deadline, give yourself a time where you can check in and say, how am I feeling about this? And because like the Nine of Wands talks about like being nearly there or like close to the end. Um, and so it indicates to me that you need to give yourself kind of like, or give him a due date. Oh, you do have an end date. Okay. So knowing that information, maybe that's just being acknowledged here, that that's a good thing that you've done that, because the Nine of Wands is like, persevere, don't give up, just keep going until you've reached the end. And the end to me would have been like an end date where you feel like, okay, if nothing has changed, then I'm out at this time, because that might give you the strength right now to keep going and get through this, because you've given yourself a certain time frame. um Outside of that, I think this is really on him. I don't think this is on you to have to do anything or be any type of way. I think that exactly how you're feeling is valid, and I think it's going to be up to him to come through for you. Virgo season. All right. Well, there you go. What can I do for you for your mini read that you asked for? Well, Gideon, stay in the stuck energy, Cancer and Leo season. All right, so they are saying that there is going to be improvement, but not a lot of it. I specifically said, will there be improvement? Period. Yes or no between now and then. And I am getting a yes. I said, will it be a lot of improvement? I got no. As far as stuck energy between Cancer and Leo season, I am getting that there will still be stuck energy during these seasons. Virgo might be that time where things start to shift, but they are saying that the Ten of Wands is still here. He's still dealing with this stagnant burden, obligation, failure feeling over the next couple of months. I think whatever it is he's trying to do to get himself out of this is not the most strategic thing to do. It's almost like I'm getting that it's better than nothing, but it's not the best idea or the smartest plan. Um, I don't know if you can get him to share with you the details or if you feel like, oh no, he's just keeping me out of it entirely and there's nothing that I can do here. But I just feel like there's a wiser use of his time and he's just not. I don't know if this has to do with like him being resistant to other options for himself, if he's like not motivated enough to work harder. I don't know what this is, but it feels like to me, hey Rashima, thank you so much. Good night. He's like giving me the feeling of like being resistant to other options. Like he's being stubborn with this plan. There's something that he specifically wants to do. And he's like, I'm not going to take any other options or suggestions because this is what my plan is, and this is what I'm going to see through. And the problem is it's keeping him in a stagnant energy because he's not willing to budge. He's very inflexible about this, and that is why he's going to remain in stuck energy during Cancer and Leo season. While you may see some improvements in your relationship, I don't think that you're going to see a lot of change in his circumstances. I don't think you're going to see a lot of improvement in his circumstances, like in the issues that he has going on right now. That could shift later in the year because I do have a maybe here with a Hierophant. But that would require a change in mindset, not him thinking one way and never being willing to see any other options in front of him. So if, for instance, you said his sister's keeping him codependent, he would have to disconnect himself from these people in order to feel like shifts and changes. And that might be a cycle that he's going to have to work out himself, because when we have codependency and we have attachments and we have toxicity in our lives, it's up to us to end it, fix it, stop it. And so this would require his own free will. And unfortunately, there's nothing, you'd be able to do to influence him there. So as far as this trajectory, this current path that I have him on, Leo season and Cancer season don't seem like they are that much different for him in his circumstances. Now, you could see some improvement in your relationship, but I feel like he's still going to be at a distance from you throughout these couple of months. So that's tough. And yeah, so like I think that things can significantly change for him if he disconnects himself and finds a way to, I guess, navigate through life without feeling reliant on them or vice versa. But until then, these might be the people that are holding him back. Let's see. I'm going to say I'm going to say no, Lala, because I have the Five of Cups here. And then just after the Five of Cups, I have the Emperor, which the Emperor means that there's no changes. This is how things are right now. And the Five of Cups indicates like disappointment. Now, of course, I hope I am wrong, and I hope that that changes for you, but I'm getting a no. Hey, Blessed One, I actually am done with my free yes nos for the night, as well as the giveaway was already claimed. So you'll have to try again next time you see me, okay? Yeah, you're welcome, Lala. Have a good night. All right, Saja, I see that you're here. Thank you for checking in. I have you down for a BOGO, a buy one get one. If is that correct? If not, let me know what we're doing for you. Have a good night, Lala. Thanks for stopping by. Perfect, Saja. That sounds great. I'm ready to get started when you are. Just post your questions in the chat. Let me update the donation list while we're here as well, just so everyone knows where they are. Donations are still open. You're about to quit your job. Are you going to be okay? Sage, I also have your second question. Thank you. Bodhi, no. No, we're not doing this. No, no, no. These are for me, not for you. So, Sage, I am getting that they're very nervous about you. Like, Spirit, I feel like is very nervous about you quitting your job without a backup plan. I think that this is worrisome. So I do hope that you're going to tell me that you do have a backup plan. That you're not just going to leave this job without another job lined up, because that probably would not be a good idea, and you might struggle more than you need to be struggling right now. Yeah, no, I understand. I mean, Saja, what they're telling me is you may not be miserable in the same way, but you are going to struggle more than you probably should. I feel like they don't want you to make any rash decisions. While it's important for you to protect yourself spiritually, emotionally, mentally, um, and even physically when it comes to a job, um, unfortunately, the currency of our earth is money and want to make sure that you are taken care of. So, you want to have some kind of plan in place, even if that means using your savings or um, you said, I'm planning on doing a boot camp to study. Okay, so glad to hear that your parents are going to help you out. Essentially, Sage of Spirits, just like you gotta have like a plan. You can't just like quit and not, because you basically what they're saying is you're gonna be okay, Seja. Either way, you'll be fine. But if you don't have a plan in mind, you might end up suffering more than you need to, than if you were to just give it a little more time and find something else to do in the meantime. Bodhi, go lay down. Um, in the end, you'll be okay. All right. This is something that they need you to know. In the end, whatever path you choose, whatever you decide, you are going to be okay. They just are saying you might take a harder way or a harder route by not having a plan set in place for yourself. Let me ask if your parents help you out. How will things look for you? They're saying that it will be easier for you if your parents help you because, or at least financially. Is that what you mean by helping you out? Because I'm seeing like financially, it would make it easier for you with your parents' help. They're saying that you wouldn't have to spend your money as quickly. Can you stop clawing the couch? I'm so sorry, Seja. My cat is acting like a nutcase right now. I have rubber bands around my tarot decks, and he's trying to get a rubber band right now. Leave it alone. I don't have major bills and live with them while I study. Okay. Yeah, I mean, take advantage of it. Take advantage of it while you can, having your parents help. They are saying with your parents' help that you won't have to spend as much money, and that you can rely on them a little bit more, which will be good for you. Let's pull one or two more cards here. So I have the King of Cups and the King of Swords, and this talks about having a wealth of knowledge, being a well-versed, highly intellectual person, and winning in the end. So Seja, I'm almost getting like, if you were to leave your job, again, as long as you have a plan, which it sounds like you do, that this might be the best time to do something like this in effort to, like you said, study. Because I think that you said you're going to be doing some like studying, learning, something along those lines, that maybe this endeavor would be harder if it in another period of your life, because maybe in another period of your life you would be more reliant on making money because of maybe later on down the line having major bills. Maybe this shift is better to do it now than to wait, but they just keep saying tell her, or sorry, him, I'm not sure, Asaja, I don't know, I think you're a girl, I don't know though. Tell them to make sure that they have a backup plan. That's what's important here. And again, it sounds like you do. So I think that you'll be okay. Just know that money might be a little tight for you, okay? Girl. All right, thank you. I hate assuming because I just never know, so I feel bad when I do that, but glad that I got it right. So let's take a look at your second question here. What will happen with R and Seja, please? You're welcome. Wow, you have a lot of pentacles in this reading. It's a very physical connection. Or grounded in the physical reality. What will happen with them, please? I have the tower here, Seja, so I'm trying to figure out, is this something that has already come to pass or not? The tower usually talks about unexpected change, something that kind of happens out of nowhere, that feels devastating. It feels sad. It feels unwelcome, like something that you didn't want to happen between you guys happen. So have you had any kind of experience like that with R by chance? You quitting your job? Do you guys work together? Is that why there's a lot of pentacles in your reading? You work together? I have the Eight of Pentacles here, and that can typically talk about coworkers, so out of curiosity. You don't work together? Why are there a lot of pentacles in this reading? Why are there a lot of pentacles in this reading? Would you agree with this statement, Seja, that you both have things going on in your life individually that require you to put more focus on those things than on your connection? Like, do you feel like your priority um is not, you can't make this person a priority because you have other things that you're doing with your life that are taking precedence over this connection? I have the tower moment in this reading for you. That's why I'm curious what's going on here. What's this tower moment about? I have Three of Wands, whether to Two of Wands, Three of Wands, something about the future, whether to stay, whether to go. This could be some type of move. Maybe you guys have to be at a distance from one another. There's something unexpected that's coming for you guys in your connection. What's the outcome of their relationship, please? Oh, you are long distance? All right, so I have the Six of Swords, which talks about transition. It indicates things maybe becoming easier for your connection over time. Is this a long-term commitment? Is this a long-term commitment between them, please? Is this a long-term commitment? I think in some aspects, Asia, maybe things will become easier for your connection because you have the Six of Swords. But they are talking about the ways in which things were difficult before might become easy, but then the things that might have been easier might become more difficult. For example, you might be feeling the need to adapt, juggle life, be resourceful. Um, Maybe financial stress, things like that, that could affect your ability to do things together. Maybe you'll have more time on your hands, but you'll have less ability to do things unless they're free, for example. Um, it is indicating that this is a love match, that this is a love connection. I did ask if this is a long term commitment between you guys, and I'm not getting an answer on that either way. So I think that the future for your connection is still up in the air. But I do see a lot of feelings and love between you guys, and this desire for you guys to maybe try to deepen or strengthen your bond, your connection. You're like, so far, we've made it. We've made it through this and that. And if we can make it through that, then hopefully we can make it through whatever is to come for us in the future. Um, I see that you guys comfort each other. There is a mutual interest here, but I still think it's too soon to tell, Seja, like how this is going to go. So I would say immediate future, there are going to be some changes to your connection, but I think overall things are going to get easier in the ways that they've maybe felt difficult. I was sensing something about like a move or being at a distance, which I know that you confirmed that. They are saying that you are going to be like juggling a lot in your life and needing to be more adaptable or resourceful. So if there's things that you guys want to do together, if it requires money, it might be difficult. So like if you want to visit each other, paying for a plane ticket or gas to drive to one another might be more complicated unless it's something that he's willing to come and do and visit you on. So, like I said, there's certain aspects of your connection that have felt like they might become easier in the near future, but then there's certain aspects that maybe wasn't an issue in the past that might become one. So, um, I think right now nothing is set in stone. The one thing that I can say is that there is a mutual interest here. I think you guys are thinking about the future of the connection. You feel comforted, you like being around one another. Um, there's still an interest in each other, definitely an investment in one another, maybe a desire to deepen or strengthen the connection. Um, but yeah, that's what I'm getting right now as far as your connection between the two of you. Did you have any follow up questions or anything like that that you need clarified? You are good. Perfect. Thank you so much, Deja. Thanks for stopping by. I wish you luck in everything that you plan on doing, okay? All right, James, you're very welcome. James, you are next. Amy, if you're here too, if you want to just do a quick check-in with me, we might be doing you next, depending on if James shows up or not. Channel message first? Okay, perfect. Let me get my handy dandy iPad. I feel like Steve from Blue's Clues. Oh, I cracked myself up. Okay, so channel message for James. And we're doing this for Patty, right? I assume that we're doing it for Patty. Thanks, Amy. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm about halfway done, James. All right, James. So she says, which I just sent to you, I'm feeling adventurous. I feel like there's a lot that I want to explore and see, but I feel stuck here. Do you feel the same way? If I wanted to leave, would you go? I don't necessarily mean forever, but there's a lot that I feel I haven't experienced. Realistically, I know that thinking this way is irresponsible, but sometimes in the middle of the night, I just want to pack my bags and do something spontaneous. I don't know. Maybe it's just all fantasy. Maybe I just need to figure out how to feel unstuck in my own life. There is a lot to be grateful for. I just don't know what I need. Do you ever feel this way? It seems like you have it all figured out. You are so grounded. I feel like such a mess. Oh, James, really? It really caught you off guard. Oh my god, that I feel like that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I get it now. She's trying I feel like she's trying to shake up her life. Like she's feeling like what do they call it? Cabin fever. And she's like, "Get me out of here. Like I just need to do something different with my life." Oh no. Oh my god. Well, that's interesting. I don't mean to laugh, but just when you said it caught you off guard, it was just kind of funny. Um, wow. Well, you'll have to catch me up on how that went. Yeah, I didn't think she was saying that. And then she mentioned things about me thinking like a bachelor. Wait. Oh my god, hold on. I think my cat's on my counter. Hold on. I'm gonna kick someone's ass. What do you run? Go. Gunner, go. What do you run? No, you're not supposed to be on the counter. No, absolutely not. Give me 1 second, James. I'm sorry. Okay, sorry. I'm back. They're on the freaking counter. Like, this happens like once every 3 or 4 months. But when they do it, they get super hyper fixated on it and they don't stop. And the thing is all I have to do is look at him and he jumps down and runs to his room. He knows that he's not supposed to do that. I don't even have to say anything to him. And he's like booking it because he knows he's in trouble. It's a little frustrating. They know better. That's the problem. So, James, so she sent you a link to an apartment, was implying that you should get it together, but she mentioned to you like if as if you're going to be inviting other women over or something. What? I'm so confused. So in a sense, she wasn't implying that you would be there together as a couple. It was like you would be there as roommates together. Oh, okay. Yeah, that'll be good. Okay, first question for the mini. I'm ready. That's what I was actually wondering, James. I thought about that actually while I was doing your channeling, if that ended up happening. And I asked in my mind and I got a no. Um, and I think also because you're here right now and we're doing a reading for you, so that made me question if it happened or not. Let's see. Why did she not follow through with the plans? Her energy seems like really chaotic, James, right now. It feels like to me that you can't really trust the energy at this time. I feel like she's kind of all over the place. So, like, she might keep surprising you with things like this, the things that are catching you off guard. And she's not super set in stone with those ideas. I think she's just feeling very stagnant within herself. So I think that it's like if she says she's going to do something, she makes plans. She sends you a link for an apartment, for an example. I don't think any of it is concrete. I think she's kind of all over the place. So I think that part of the issue is that she's not settled. Um, and so like making plans with you one day might sound like a great idea, and then when it comes down to it, she changes her mind. Why did she not follow through? I have the Three of Swords and the Moon. Why did she not follow through? So you have Four of Cups, refusing offers, missed opportunities, stagnation, focusing on the negative. I have multiple cards indicating like mental shit going on. So like, do you know if she suffers from like anxiety, depression? Um, I wouldn't go as far as saying bipolar disorder. I feel like that's a little intense to say something like that, but almost like where she's not able to keep like make decisions. Like she's not like she has issues where she's not able to like follow through a lot of the times with things that she says she's going to do, like because in one moment she's feeling really great. I'm hearing hormonal imbalance. So like maybe like in when she's making plans, she's like, "Oh, that sounds great." And then like when it comes to actually doing it, she's like, "Actually, I don't feel like doing that anymore." Like, I feel like there's something going on where, um, she's changing her mind a lot, and it's coming across a bit flaky to you. I feel like for her, she kinda gets ahead of herself when making these plans maybe. Like, maybe when you bring it up, she thinks it's a good idea, but she's like, "I don't really know how I'm gonna feel until we get there." She just doesn't feel very committal to these plans that you guys make sometimes. She seems to be the type of person that likes to make decisions when she gets there to see how she's feeling that day. She does have commitment issues being flaky. Okay, got you. Yeah, so specifically when I was like, "Oh, hormonal," like I'm hearing hormonal. So, you know, women, their cycles, every single day they fluctuate. They have different estrogen levels every day. They have different cortisol levels every day. They have different serotonin levels every day, so on and so forth. Women are like the moon. We're literally different every single day. Um, so I'm not saying something going on with her like mentally. There could be like a chemical imbalance there or like a hormonal change, but hormones is specifically what I was hearing. So I think honestly, it was more like when it came down to it, it wasn't something she felt like doing anymore. And I think the reason why it felt like she was blowing you off was not because it was anything against you, it's just she didn't have a good enough excuse. She didn't have a good enough excuse to say, hey, I'm just not feeling it today. I changed my mind. I don't think that would have been a good enough excuse for you. I think maybe that would require further conversation. Maybe she just didn't know how to say it. That wouldn't make you feel bothered or offended. But at the same time, she could have at least tried because you're feeling blown off either way. An explanation would have been nice, I'm sure. Um, so she's here just kind of like, I don't know. I have the Seven of Wands. This talks about like fighting for your corner, being defensive, protective of yourself and your energy. Something tells me that there isn't actually a reason, to be honest. I think it's more like I made those plans when I was in a good mood, and today I'm not feeling my best, and I just didn't want to do it anymore. And I don't really have a good enough reason. Now, I do have a card that Three of Swords does talk about her being in pain. So if she is on her period, um, that could be just like she's just not feeling her best. She's not feeling good. And it's funny, I completely like missed the part where I said, "Oh, women are like the moon. We change every day." I literally have the moon here, and I didn't even realize, like, I didn't put two and two together that the moon is actually a card here in this reading. Um, So I think she just wasn't feeling very extroverted today, potentially. But I do agree that it would have been nice, especially if you had tentative plans for her to at least give you something, tell you something. You said, yeah, I mean, we talked about it last night. By the way, I'm reading your screenshots that you sent me. James, some of the stuff she's saying, I'm so confused. I'm glad that you understand her because I feel like she's talking in code, and I'm like, what is she saying? I don't understand. It's hard to decipher. Okay, James. So to kind of round out your reading, I feel like more so than anything, it was just like she just changed her mind. I don't think there's any like bigger reason than that. I think it was just like a human moment for her where she just was like, I just didn't want to. Um, but I definitely see both sides and I definitely see how that would get frustrating for you. But if you are ready, I'm ready for your next question. I am still reading these screenshots though. I'm feeling like we're close to moving forward commitment, though. Does it feel like it happened in July? Okay, give me 1 second here. Yo, you're good, Amy. Damn, James, reading this conversation, I swear to God, I tapped into her energy like to a T. This is crazy. She's talking about being stuck. She's talking about like not wanting to be stuck, not wanting to be stagnant. You know, you're talking about a house, and she's like, that scares me because I don't know if I want to be here forever. Um, she's like, I don't know what I want. And she's like, would you do this with me? If I wanted to do this, would you do this with me? And that is so freaking crazy because that is what I tapped into. And I'm sorry, but I'm having a moment because, like, it's just confirmation for me that I'm doing the right thing. And it's kind of freaking me out a little bit. Um, and I'm still reading through your messages, but I have a lot of thoughts on this, James, and it's good for you. It's very good for you. So let me finish out these readings that I have, and then I can send you some messages after what my thoughts are going through these screenshots. So let's work on your next question here. Donations are still open, everyone. We are actually like almost done with our list. I just have to add Philomena on to this, and then we're pretty good after that. So if anybody wants to donate, feel free to do so. We only have 2 people to read for after James. You're welcome, of course. James, I still think July is too soon, but I don't think you're far off. I checked it for August energy, and I'm leaning more towards August. But I feel like she has a couple of things that she wants to see through first with you before she makes a commitment. So, and I'll be able to elaborate on that further when I message you later on tonight. But I feel like she's in this place of, I want to test the waters. You know, she's like, I want to see how this goes first. I have like all of these qualifications to be in a relationship with someone. And I feel like almost like she's putting you through a trial period, like a trial relationship or something. Where she's like, okay, I've seen him, I've seen this, I've seen that, I've seen this is good, this is good, this checks this box. I still need to see this, and this before I can commit to him. So I feel almost like you're on a trial basis with her, like you've subscribed and you're doing your trial right now before she fully commits or something. Or she no, that's it. She subscribed to you, but she's on a trial period before she goes all in. That's exactly like the metaphor here. So, I think July is still too soon, but I think that you are correct that you are working towards commitment with her. I think there's just some things that she wants to see through first before you get that from her. Does that make sense? So, like, I think that's a good way to think of it, is that she has subscribed to your channel, and before she makes the monthly commitment or yearly commitment, she's like, let me trial period this out a little bit. That's her mindset. She's what did we say she was? A Cancer? It's like she's got this plan. She totally caught you off guard. You gotta like, but also, James, this is like an energy you just gotta fuck with, right? You just have to like go with it, go with the flow. Don't give too much resistance. Like, just kind of go, okay, Patty, that sounds good, whatever you say. Because here's the thing, she might not be fully like settled in this idea anyway. She's casting a fish right now and seeing if you're going to catch it. She's kind of like seeing how you're going to react to stuff. She wants to know, like, do your plans and goals align with each other? Like, she's more baiting than anything right now. She's trying to see your reaction, okay? So, just go with it. Like, whatever, just be like, yeah, Patty, that sounds great. That sounds good to me, whatever you want. Because she needs to know that, like, this is a, ride or die. Like, she needs to know, because, like, remember in the channeling, I said, um, she had wrote in there, I had said, like, would you go with me? Would you do this with me? Like, would you? And then I saw here, um, she just said, jump on board with me. And that's so similar to when I had said, would you go with me? Because she's like, would you do this if this was crazy? If this sounded crazy, would you do it with me? So just definitely go with, yeah, exactly. You said, I think I did good. Just go with it. Whatever her crazy ideas are, she just wants to know you're on board with it. Even if it's not, if even if it's just all hypothetical, she's over here saying just get on board with me. If I feel supported in my crazy ideas, there's so many crazy ideas I've said to my husband, and he's like, yeah, it sounds good. And I don't go through with half of them, but it's fun to like feel supported by him. So I think that's kind of what she's looking for from me right now. So James, wait for a message from me. I'm gonna finish reading the screenshots and I'll come back around to messaging you back, okay? Okay. Philomena, if you're here, if you want to check in with me, you're gonna be next, okay? You're welcome, James. Okay. Amy. Both Amy. I recall that when Eli was Earthside in our past readings, you said how he can imagine a future with me. Was there anything he'd imagine specifically in regards to that? What would he imagine specifically? A home. He would imagine a home with you, Amy, where he would go to work and you would come home, or he would come home to you. Very traditional, like masculine feminine dynamic. So he was the person that went to work. He came home to you to a clean house, to a meal. Maybe every once in a while he throw a kid into that fantasy. But I think overall it was more like traditional woman, traditional man. Maybe Amy, you work part time, not full time. I think he really liked the idea of being the person that brought home the bacon. Hey, Philomena, welcome back. Enjoy your ribs. You got a little bit of time, but you're next, okay? So definitely like traditional gender roles, I feel with this connection. So he was kind of thinking, I would love to be the one that supports the two of them, and if she wanted to work, then great, that could be extra money for us. Or if she didn't, like I would try to figure out how to do it all myself. He just really liked the idea of you taking care of a home, like the nurturing aspect of you, and maybe like really hoping that that sounded good to you because obviously this was not a conversation that you guys had had, but I feel like he was like I would hope that she would have this dream with me too if it ever got there. I think he liked the idea of knowing that you're really good at cooking, baking, super creative. He knows that you would make a house a home. Yeah, so I'm definitely it's Virgo energy. So when you think Virgo, you think like nurturing, you think a home life, a family life. Virgo energy is though very much like I can work and maintain a home at the same time. So I think there might have been some thoughts of like whatever she wants to do, she can do. But if she doesn't feel like she wants to work, then I want to make sure I can support us. Again, maybe throw a kid in there every once in a while, but I don't think he thought that far into it. I think it was more about like living together in the future, maybe a kid or not a kid, an animal like a pet, something like that, potentially. But I think that whenever someone is thinking about entering a relationship with someone, as he did, he was thinking about what would that feel like? What would that look like? Because if you can't imagine coming home to someone every day and spending like all of your free time with them, like then you don't want to enter that relationship with that person. You said I'm okay with it, but I would definitely make him help because I feel some traditional aspects, but I'm far from traditional at times. I did imagine a family and a home life with him. Yeah, and that's the great thing about Virgo is it's like while he had traditional gender roles in his mind for you guys, the Virgo energy is like, well, if she wanted to do something different, she could. If she wanted to start a business, if she wanted to work at the school, if she wanted to, whatever she wants to do, she can do. Um, because he's saying, I want to be the reliable, dependable person. I really think he liked the idea of coming home to you cooking for him. I swear to God, because that just keeps popping up in my head 24/7. Like you cooking, making desserts, making meals. I think that was, they always say, like, you reach a man through his stomach kind of thing. And I definitely feel like you were giving those Susie Homemaker vibes. Um, it's funny because, like, I feel like a lot of men would agree with that. Not that men don't like cooking too. I definitely think so, but I think if a guy is not super into cooking, he does like having a partner that can cook. I mean, everyone does. Like, if you're a woman who doesn't like cooking or can't cook very well, you want to be with a man who can, because like someone's got to be making the meals around here. Um, I ask my husband sometimes, like, how does he feel loved by me? And he says, when I cook for him. So there's definitely something there. There's definitely something to that. Someone seeing that you have a need and catering to that need. Um, it feels like an act of service, an act of love. And so, and it's funny though, Amy, what I'm seeing is that he was imagining it in his house. That's actually a message that just came through, that when he saw you in the kitchen, it was at his house. He saw you in the house, at like in the kitchen at the place that you've been to before, that he was maybe wanting to buy from his mom or something. This isn't, he's showing the image specifically of his kitchen. I don't think he was against cooking with you or anything. He's showing like just like funny, goofy moments in the house, dancing in the kitchen, um, slash dining slash living area, joking, laughing around. I think it was more like just like flashes of future with you. He wanted that home to be his. Yes, and I do remember that, Amy, but it was funny because as I was pulling cards for you, I was seeing a kitchen in my mind, but I wasn't putting two and two together that it was his kitchen at his house that you had been to until the very end. Yeah, I know he loved that home. Oh, you're welcome. I still think that he spends quite a bit of time there. You're very welcome. Aww. I hope that's confirmation for you. We are not doing any free questions, guys. We finished those a couple hours ago. And we also did a giveaway as well. So we're not going to be doing any more free tonight, okay? Philomena, we are ready for you to post. Amy, have a great night. Thank you so much. Okay. Am I wasting my time on this new person? Let Miss Philomena wasting her time on this new person. Philomena, I think you should see this through. You think you should see this through with this person. I know that you're looking for fulfillment, you're looking for commitment, you're looking for your perfect person, um, alignment. I can see that really strongly here with the Nine of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, and the Ten of Cups. And so you're kind of like in this place where you don't want to just keep like spending time on people who aren't worth it. But I keep hearing from Spirit to see this through that there is something that you'll see with this person. I think their intentions are overall well intentioned. I don't think this person's a bad person. Um, I don't think that you should close yourself off to other opportunities either, but I think that you shouldn't cut this off too soon. I don't want you to get in the habit of not giving people like a chance because maybe you're like just like worried about spending too much time on the wrong person and cutting them off before you really get to know them. So, how many times have you gone on a date with this person? What were your feelings there? Um, I guess Spirit saying just don't cut things off too early. I'm not necessarily getting that you're wasting time with this person. Um, I don't ever think that you're wasting time with anyone unless you've seen the red flags coming from a mile away and you do nothing about it. And you just keep putting yourself in a situation you shouldn't be in. Now that right there is just prolonging the inevitable, and that would be considered wasting your time. But dating people, getting to know them, leading through different contenders, that's never a waste. So I guess I'm curious where your thoughts are and why you are feeling or wondering if you're wasting time. I don't think this person's a bad person. I have the justice card here, so I feel like they, are well intentioned, typically fair. Eight of Pentacles shows like a hardworking archetype within this person or personality within this person. We do have the Four of Swords, so I'm wondering if maybe you feel like things aren't moving quickly enough. I don't know. But I also have the Lovers and I have the Star here. So I feel like this person is looking for a match. So, I mean, overall, I would say no. I don't think you're wasting time with this person. But I suppose I'm curious, like, where your head is at. So that way I can maybe help dive further into this for you potentially. Okay, James. Philomena, that makes sense. Spirit is saying go through with this. And I think that is what I need to be telling you. I think that's what you need to be doing. If this person is seeing it through. At least get on that date before you back out. You won't be putting your energy into the wrong people as long as you're trusting your intuition. Going on a date with someone is not a bad idea. Even if it doesn't work out, it's not a bad idea. What is a bad idea is seeing that you're not interested in this person or having red flags but continuing to entertain them. Going on multiple dates with someone you can't see any kind of connection with, then you would be wasting your time. But going on a first date, that's not a waste. That'll never be a waste. Because the more people you meet, the more dates you go on, the closer you're going to get to where you're supposed to be. You miss 100% of the chances. No, you miss 100% of the shots. What is the expression? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Something like that. I don't know what the expression is, but it's something along those lines. Like don't cut it off before you've even like explored this option. If you guys have a date, go on the date. You're just really exhausted. I mean, Philomena, there's nothing wrong with taking a break from dating. You can definitely do that. But I don't think that you should write people off before you meet them. James, I am shuffling for you right now. All right. So, for those of you who are still hanging out, I am going to do a last call for donations right now. It's not that I can't stick around. I can definitely do that if you guys are interested in getting some readings from me. However, if it just naturally slows down and this is where the night ends and this is where the night's going to end. So I'm going to go ahead and just do a last call. If you want a reading, let me know. James, this is really great energy. Underlying energy we have is Temperance and Four of Wands. So she has shifted into the mindset of wanting to create foundations with you, James. So she's sitting here saying like, really thinking about you as like her person and like her like next relationship. Four of Wands and the Temperance card here indicates like I'm gonna do this the way that I feel safe to do it. That's her mindset. She's saying I'm gonna take the steps that make me feel the most safe and secure, but I'm ready to start building foundations with him. I'm ready to start setting us up for what's to come between us. So when I say laying the foundation, I mean kind of like before you build a home, you lay the foundation. So before she starts entering into a life with you and in forms of commitment and being in a relationship with one another in the sense of like a monogamous commitment, she's saying I'm ready to set the foundation. I'm ready to kind of like start building on this and seeing what's to come, what will happen. She's in her Empress energy. She's definitely thinking like more about being in a partnership, I would say. She's putting more thought into that. I also see with the Two of Cups for her thoughts is, oh wait, partnership, literal partnership. So she's kind of mentally preparing herself, I would say, for being like one half to a partnership. She's like, okay, can I see myself being a girlfriend? Can I see myself being in a relationship with someone? So she's kind of getting herself prepared for that. She's thinking about the next steps. She's thinking about what, if realistically, what that would look like, what she would need to do beforehand to know if this is something that she wants to go through with. But she's in that preparation mode, which is good for you. And I think that's why I said I wanted to message you later to let you know what I thought in regards to those screenshots. She does feel very stuck. She's wanting a change. I think what has been going on for a long time with her is that she has been avoiding the inevitable. And when I say inevitable, I just mean you know, when you're not in alignment with a life anymore, you want something different, you want to change, but you keep putting it off and putting it off and you're not doing anything about it, then your soul starts to get uncomfortable because you're like, your soul knows that you should have been doing something a long time ago and you just kept pushing it off and pushing it off and pushing it off. And so I feel like she's almost starting to feel not in alignment with the life that she's living now, and she's looking to shake things up and change things. And this is why she's having these feelings and having these thoughts, and maybe, like you said, catching you off guard. I feel like her intention is to make good decisions. She doesn't want to make the wrong choice. She wants to have a good sense and keep her wits about her. I do feel like she's like, I need to make sure I'm thinking straight and thinking practically, but what's wrong with being a little bit inspired and following your heart a little bit? There's nothing wrong with that. And so that's where her intentions are. No blocks, but the influences I am getting is the Three of Wands, her desire to move. She's wanting to move. She wants to travel. She feels burnout. She wants to shake things up. She wants to do something different. She's willing to work hard for it, but the Three of Wands talks about how she wants to experience things, new things. She wants to experience life. And that's literally what the Three of Wands means, is getting out of the norm, getting out of the comfort zone a little bit. Now, I think she wants to dip her toes in. I'm not saying she wants to go full ham and completely change everything about her life, but I think there's certain aspects that she's wanting to be different. Why this why this herald's good for you is because she's starting to feel that urge from her soul that she needs to make some changes. And before, I feel like she was very afraid of change. Now it feels like she's in this place of like, okay, change isn't a bad thing. Now, again, she wants to make sure she keeps her wits about her. She wants to make sure she's making the right decisions, but it still feels like a positive shift for you guys in your connection right now. I think another message I'm getting too, because I was done, but another message that I'm getting is that she wants to build on this together with you. She wants you guys to learn each other. She wants to feel happy with her choices. She wants to feel happy that she did things the right way. She's paying a lot of attention to you and your actions and how you're responding to things as she makes these decisions about her future. And that is the final message there. So, James, that is what I've got for you. I think I am going to go ahead and close the listy list here. I will be back tomorrow night. I think we'll be back maybe around the same time tomorrow. I think that would probably be for the best. Because Sunday nights are kind of hard for people because they got to get ready for the week the next day. So I'm going to do my best to get on a little earlier like I did tonight. Maybe we can reach more people tomorrow evening. But it was a great stream. I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.